The Good Glamm Group that recently bought Baby Chakra as well as the Mom Co has made yet another acquisition. This time it is of ScoopWhoop. The acquisition of ScoopWhoop is being seen as an interesting one because this could be the Good Glamm Group's foray into the men's beauty business, the men's grooming business, because ScoopWhoop's 60% subscribers are males. Joining us is a co-founder of the Good Glamm Group, who became a part of the Good Glamm Group after it bought out a company she founded years ago, Popexo. Priyanka Gill joining us all the way from New York City at an unearthly hour just to be here on ET Now, which we really appreciate. Hi Priyanka, welcome. Thank you so much for doing this, for being a part of the 5 a.m. club just for us and to be here. Tell us more about this acquisition.
Hi Nantara, it's always a pleasure to be here with you. And we are super excited. The male grooming market is a $1.5 billion opportunity. And with the acquisition of ScoopWhoop, the Good Glamm Group is going to become a major player in that. As you know, content to commerce has always been our playbook. And we started that story off with Popexo in August last year when MyGlamm acquired Popexo. And since then, we've seen great success in this giant and amazing experiment play out. And with ScoopWhoop, we complete the cycle. With Popexo, it was women. With ScoopWhoop, it's men. And with this, we're all set to enter the $1.5 billion male grooming opportunity that's out there.
You know, in fact, after the recent acquisition that we saw being made with respect to Mom & Co and Baby Chakra, I had asked your co-founder, Darpan, that when are you going to enter the men grooming business? How come you're not doing that? Now it's happening. So what's the strategy?
So the strategy is actually quite simple. It's a playbook that we at the Good Glamm Group know very well. How do you take a large content platform? How do you take traffic from a large content platform? And how do you use that traffic and convert those users into users who buy product? So now that we have ScoopWhoop in play, we are in talks with several male grooming companies to see where that'd be a great fit. And with that, we acquired Baby Chakra. We acquired Mom's Co, and then we entered the mom and baby segment. We acquired Popexo. We launched Popexo makeup products. We kind of created a whole new market out there for us. And now it's time for men, I guess. So it's ScoopWhoop, and then it's male grooming products, and it's really time to consolidate that market.
So are you going to tell me how much you paid for ScoopWhoop?
That's a question you always ask, and we always give the same answer. We don't really disclose deal size. But Kalari was an investor in ScoopWhoop. They are actually investing back into the Good Glamm Group, and they're doubling down the investment there. But we're not really disclosing deal size.
Okay. So now, you know what we've seen, and you talked about it yourself, the $1.5 billion market for male grooming. Now, what we've seen recently is also the large conglomerates, the consumer giants, move into male grooming, right? For example, Marico's done it, Hindustan Unilever's done it, and they've all done it via startups. How are you going to do it?
Actually, it's build or buy, right? You only have two chances to do that. So in the female beauty space, there are a lot of kind of great companies out there, and there's a lot of opportunity out there. In the male grooming segment, there are not that many companies, but we're in talks with the ones that are, and we're hoping that some of these talks come to fruition. Otherwise, of course, we're all set to create our own kind of brands out there for the male grooming segment. What's interesting in kind of on the men's side is that there is no umbrella brand out there. Most of them are quite specific to say a beard, and a lot of them have beards in their names as well. So we're really trying to build out an umbrella male beauty brand, a male grooming brand that is kind of there for the man as a whole and has all the products that he might want. It's so strange to be talking about men now, but it's really exciting as well.
But you know, Priyanka, very recently, because this is also the time when all the corporate filings, etc., are done, and I talked about, HUL, Marico moving into this space and how big the market also is. Now, if I were to look, for example, and I've got the figures here, Beardo did a 64 crore rupee revenue last year. It's been bought by Marico, but it is contracted, right? A similar situation for the Imami-backed The Man Company. You've got Wipro-backed Happily Unmarried, seeing a similar thing with Ustra. How will you do it differently? That's what I was really trying to get at.
So, it's content to commerce. The largest line item for expenditure for most brands is marketing. And that's exactly what we've kind of cracked at the Good Glamm Group, where we're putting content and influencer companies on one side, and they become the top of the funnel of traffic for us. And with that, we are able to actually drive them towards buying beauty products. And the resultant cost of customer acquisition is actually very, very low. So that gives us and positions us strongly for an extremely healthy margin, and we are able to make money in this opportunity. And it's the content to commerce really works, and we've been seeing that. We are currently at $100 million revenue run rate as a group, and we're targeting $250 million by March of next year. And you've been tracking the story, and you've been tracking the number over the past year, and you know that those numbers have only just been growing.
Yes, I have been seeing those numbers go up. You guys have brand ambassadors and investors. Shraddha Kapoor is one of them. Are you going to get a male Bollywood star?
Absolutely, and why not? And how much fun is that going to be to decide which one? At some point when that's right, you'll have to.
But Priyanka, you're also backed by Amazon, right? Can I ask you that since that deal has been done, we're in the middle of the festive season, we keep hearing about how there are crazy deals which are taking place, shopping, etc. How has Amazon being a backer helped the group?
As a group, we were always extremely DTC, as in users were coming to our own platform to shop, and our exposure to marketplaces was quite low. And that is something with Amazon coming in as an investor, that's something that we've been kind of trying to rectify and learn from them. Having them there on our cap table and as advisors has really been helpful, and we've been trying to build out ways to increase out our market share on marketplaces. Right. For example, we recently launched the Pop XO makeup collection on Amazon, which was in the kit format. Now, that was a unique kind of bit of insight that we derived because of our relationship with Amazon, that makeup kits is something where there is a white space out there, and that's something that we should be doing. And that's kind of literally, it sold out in the first 2 days. So yeah, having them on the cap table is really good. You get kind of insight, you get know-how, and you get kind of access to this marketplace where as a group, we really didn't have that much exposure. So yeah, having Amazon on the cap table is a fantastic thing, and we were their first DTC investment in India, and that was not too long ago.
But it would all be at arm's length, right?
Yeah, of course, it's all at arm's length. That's of course the case. But when your investors are not only provide you capital, but they do provide you advice, insight, and know-how as well. Axel is also an investor with us, and technology is their strong suit, and we've been having great learnings from there. So really kind of, you're looking for investors who are real partners in your journey, and who can really help you go forward, not just with capital. Capitalist, as you know, these days, capital is there, and startups are lucky now. But it's actually finding the right fit with investors, where it's a great chemistry, where it's great advice and knowledge that the investors bring to the table. That's equally important as capital these days.
So, Priyanka, tell me something. When are we going to see the line of products from ScoopWhoop? And
so we are starting
the first initial set.
So look, we literally just announced the acquisition right now. All of these things are kind of in play. And as you know, as a Good Glamm Group, we've set aside $100 million to invest in fast-growing and emerging brands for beauty out there. So those conversations are in place right now. And when we start, you will be the first to know.
Okay, my final question to you. This is going to be what, for the Gen Zs, millennials?
Yeah, so the ScoopWhoop audience is actually quite interesting, right? So with this acquisition, it's really kind of increased the Good Glamm Group's total users in the market, right? With this acquisition, we have 3.5 billion monthly impressions that we're able to kind of generate as the Good Glamm Group. We have, as a group, we have $150 million users. And Pop XO and ScoopWhoop have both been very firmly in kind of the millennial and Gen Z space. And that's exactly the audience that we're going after. The products are going to be very interesting. They'll be good looking for sure. And they'll be products that really work.
With that, Priyanka, thank you so much once again for waking up in an unearthly hour to be a part of the story today on ET Now. We really appreciate it.